4 things that they will never tell you that I'm going to reveal in this video. Stick around till the end of this video to want to know more about the 4 things that they will never want to know. Stick around. Away. The first and foremost thing, the education system, how they operate. You know how we've been taught that, we need to go to school, you need to get a qualification in order to be in university, and after you graduate from varsity, you get a better job. Well, the truth is 80% of people that are put under the system of education will eventually have to work for the government. So basically, the government is creating more employees. As business people, yourself being on this channel, you have clicked on this thumbnail. We are entrepreneurs, and we are to change the game. We are self-independent, we are businessmen, we are the people of tomorrow. We are not employees that are controlled by the government. The government is limiting people from their creativity. It's limiting people's ability to explore who they are, to explore and expand and get to venture into things that they like. The education system is very much narrowing and killing many dreams. Here's one thing that you need to consider, and that you might think of actually. Why don't they teach about financial literacy? Financial liberation. In as much as you would go to school, get a qualification, and get a better paying job, how about you can skip the whole formula and just be taught how to make money? There is a question in which you can go home with. There is a type of system that we have, that the government has devised a system, an education type of a system that creates employees and that limits them and kills most of the dreams. You understand what I'm trying to say? So now, as entrepreneurs, let me quickly reiterate what is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who sees a problem and comes up with a solution and capitalizes on the solution. So my fellow brothers and sisters watching this video, I'd like to encourage you to say, look, let us go look for problems and come up with solutions and capitalize from these solutions. Let us not be too focused on what the government wants to do with us. The government wants to control us. Because if you can control people's education, knowledge, books that they read, you can control their future. I want you to break away from the chain. Your grandparents were poor due to the education system. Your parents were poor due to the education system. What better chances are there for you not to be poor? You might as well just be poor like them. Understand? So let's try to break out of the curse. You might be the curse breaker of your family. I'm not trying to badmouth the education system and stuff. Education is good. It gives you that level. More in particular, like the basic education, it gives you basic instructions of what to do, basic equipment and knowledge of what to expect in the world out there. But the type of system that they have incorporated in us is limiting our ability, is limiting our creativity to fully express and expand our wings. Understand? Go think about this thoroughly. Go do your research. Research about these things. Check people that are working under the government. Because these people, they have been put under a system. Because now if they let you out free as a bird, they won't have employees that will work for them. Because at the end of the day, you will pay tax at the end of the month. You'll still pay tax. The same money that they pay you will go back to the same government. Understand? That is the type of system that they have devised, that they have built, so that they can gain back the money that they pay you, peanuts that they get to pay you. So what am I saying about that? Think of something that you could do, an idea. Look for problems that you can solve. If you can't come up with an idea of what to do, business related, simply look for problems. Where people see problems, you must see solutions. That is the type of world that we live in. You need to move around, identify people's problems, and coming up with solutions. Understand? And capitalizing from them. Away. Credit and bad credit. So this is something that most entrepreneurs get to fail to understand. There is a difference between good credit and bad credit. Bad credit, it is when you go to borrow money. It's when you get to buy liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. It is, for an example, maybe you have money, 1,000 rands on you, and you get to take your friends out for lunch without any benefit. having to buy an expensive watch for 900 rands that you don't even need. You might find out that you have 3 watches at home. Buying things that don't benefit you. Having to open an account at Sportscene. Sorry to mention names, but that's the fact. Understand? That's where I come from. I have debt on the Sportscene account and I want to cancel it as of September. Understand? That is a bad credit that I get to make. It was a credit that didn't benefit me at all. Matter of fact, it put me into a hole that I struggled to get out of, you know? So be careful about this. The thing that they are not telling you, it is the bad credit. Having to pay for a Rolex watch per month. You pay the Rolex watch 600 that you can't even afford to impress your friends. Do that, you know? Do that. It's not even important, you know? Impress who? For what? You try to impress them. Yes, they might be impressed for now, for a minute. After you jig a corner, they talk about you. That, look at this fool. He tried to impress us with buying expensive stuff. Now he's suffering. You understand? There is a thing that they're not telling you. I'm telling you the truth now. Growth will never come in that business that you're trying to push. Growth will never come in that credit that you're trying to build. As long as you keep on building bad debt. Let's look on the other side. Good debt, good credit. Good credit is when you would go to a bank to ask for capital, you know? Ask for capital to start a business. That is a good credit. Making debt on something that will create money for you, that will generate cash flow. Like the likes of Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki, man, went to a bank and to borrow money, man, so that he could start his real estate business. Most of you guys, you don't know the difference between good credit and bad credit. Credit is still credit, but there are 2 types, right? There's bad credit and there's good credit. Bad credit that pushes you back, that you get to purchase liabilities with credit. Getting a credit card, but you don't even know how to use it. You don't even have a reason why you made a credit card in the first place. Understand? Most of you get to accept offers from these banks. Yes, they are in business. They want to make money. They know that if they got you into the hook of giving you a credit card, per month you pay them with interest of over 60% interest. Stats is there. If we can Google, we can check. It's there, you know. But looking on the brighter side, good credit. You'd rather go make a loan so that you could start a business. You'd rather go make a loan so that you can buy that property, that first property. Make a loan and buy those hot dogs so that you sell, you make a profit, you make money. With that money remuneration, you separate the expenses from the total income, you get a profit. Then you reinvest the profit, understand? Reinvest the profit and you get to grow the business. Are you getting this? Away. The third thing that is very much important, I would just like try to go deeper on this one. Stop saving money and start investing money. I know you might have heard this before on the internet. You might have heard it before on social media platforms. People telling you that to invest in Luno, in Bitcoin and stuff, yada yada. You might be hearing people say Forex, others say it's a scam and stuff. But I would like to come to your disposal today to say, look, you gotta invest the money. Stop saving the money, man. Rather than putting aside 100 rands every month, 500 rands per month, to save it for that graduation, to save it for something that will happen, rather invest it. Because the more you try to save up money, the more the government prints money. Government prints money, millions of rands per day. You can try to save up your 500 rands per month. Trust me, it will be replaced in anyway. Even the people that do heist, they don't know. Little do they know, people that do heist, these cash in transit trucks, they have an insurance. If they carry 1.2 million and they get robbed, you know, ATM bombs, these guys, they have no problem. The G4S, these guys, they are covered. They will just simply claim from the insurance that no, they took the 1.5 million, the 1.2 million, and they will simply repay it back whilst you are trying to save it up. Why save up the money whilst you can invest it? Be wise. Are we? The last but not least, most important point of all is this. And this might be something, a culture in which you were used to. And it might be difficult to try to introduce something new to you. It might be quite difficult to shift you from what you used to believe in. And the point is this. What used to work back then might be irrelevant now. If farming used to be the end thing, if being a nurse, if being a doctor, if being a policeman was the end thing in the year 1990s, it is no longer relevant now. Look into job opportunities that are available now. Look into industries and sectors that are employing people. If you are in the employment sector, you're building your career. Look into the space of digitalization, because the future is digital. Like the likes of Mohapi Mobile Mall, the likes of Takealot, Amazon, Alibaba. These online platforms, they have seen the future. They are building towards the future, because that is where we are heading. You cannot be into something and be stubborn to shift from that, and yet change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Whether you would not change, change will change you. Even if you might be stubborn to change yourself, change will change the environment around you. And according to the law of Charles Darwin and Lamarck, the law of evolution, it says that the species that cannot change and adapt to the environment, they will die. So what used to work back then might not work now. That trust fund that you used to put your money into might be irrelevant now. That belief system that you used to have before about investing in chickens might be irrelevant now. I mean, like, take this for instance. Let's look into the recent pandemic that just happened, the coronavirus. The coronavirus got to show us that the future is unpredictable. Companies had to change. They lost billions of dollars, billions of rands due to the introduction of the pandemic. It made most companies to change from retail to being online. It's changed the whole fourth industrial revolution. The 21st century that we are heading to say, look, no, things that used to work back then no longer work now. You understand? So I'd like to come to your disposal this evening to say, look, think of something. If that thing is not working out, bruh, think of something else. If you used to do sneaker cleaning and you don't have the market anymore and people aren't there, look, try something else. Try manufacturing products that clean. I don't know. Do something about it. Think of something, man. If selling hot dogs used to work and no longer works now, like the market has changed and they want fat cakes, maybe it's winter. Look, change from the hot dogs to fat cakes. Vice versa, the opposite is true. If you used to sell fat cakes in winter, now it's spring now. It's September now. We want hot dogs. It's hot dog. Understand? So you gotta change, man. Go with the change. Understand? Yeah. So I would like to congratulate you. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it this far to the end of this video. Please make sure to like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, continue to like it again. And subscribe for more content like this. We are growing the channel, guys. Do not mind the background, the setting, me using the mic. By the way, I bought the mic, but it was not portable on my phone. So I had to return it. I returned it, unfortunately. So it's gonna take a bit of time, maybe like another week to get a proper mic. But I'm pretty sure by the next video that I'll be uploading, we'll have a wireless mic so that we can make the setup and grow. Understand? So subscribe to the channel. Do not be discouraged by this small flaws. I believe in starting somewhere. You understand? So subscribe to the channel. If you know someone that might be very much interested and the channel be relevant to them, this type of content, please just share them the link to the channel to say, look, subscribe to this guy and just listen to him. You understand? Other than that, Mr. Mohapi signing out.